This is another episode of Racism or Not. Because a lot of people be saying, oh, racism don't exist. They using the black card again. They just want something for nothing. So let's go back, I'd say to the 80s. I just got married. I think I was 22 years old. My refrigerator went out, right? My wife called me on the job, said, hey, the refrigerator out. I said, no problem. Just go to Lowe's. We'll just go to Lowe's when I get off from work and you pick out what you want, right? So we go to Lowe's. My wife pick her out a refrigerator. Cause remember, my credit good. I was 22-year-old with outstanding credit because I bought my house when I was 21. So, and we're buying cars and stuff, never miss a payment and all that. So we went to Lowe's, and I was happy because the girl I went to school with, high school with, pretty girl. You know, I ain't never talked with her or nothing, but we knew each other and respected each other, right? So we did the application thing. And she said, wow, how you credit get that high? And you're only 22-year-old. I said, oh, I brought a house when I was 21. And costs and everything, you know, and never missed a payment. She say, she didn't never see no credit that high. She said, oh, you're going to get approved for that refrigerator. She said, I just got to wait till my boss come back. So I give you a call, you know. You got your phone number and everything down there. Okay. Bad. Right? So she didn't call back that night. So that next morning I called. I said, hey, did I get approved for the refrigerator? She said, you need to come in. My boss need to talk to you, right? So me and my wife go up there. And this white dude come. You know, and the girl say, man, I'm going to give y'all a head up. He denied y'all credit. She said, I ain't never seen him. She said, you got the highest credit we ever seen him. She said, but I ain't never seen, I didn't know he was like that. Trust me, I done worked for him since I was in high school. And I didn't know he was like that. She said, but please don't go off. Because she know, you know, in high school how I roll. You know, how I move. So me and my wife saw then the man come and he said, well, we had to deny your credit. I say, why, sir? He said, because back in the 1800s, Lowe's was William 5 and 10 store. And your grandmama brought $6 worth of stuff or something, he said like that, or $7 worth of stuff, and now the interest have accumulated. Because Lowe's, William 5 and 10 became Lowe's. He gave me a bunch of paper, right? You know, you gotta realize I'm just 22, I don't know better. He said, take this home to your mama and see what she pay her mama credit off. And I say, sir, my mama don't know her mama. My mama died when my mama was 10 years old. So how is she responsible for her credit? And how you deny me because of my mama credit, my grandma credit who I never met? He said, well, that's the law, son. That's the law, you know, you take this to your mama and ask her to pay it off. And I forgot what it was. It was a ridiculous amount. Because he added interest on it since 1800 and something, right? So I took it to my mama, and my mama said, "You don't get this out my face, I know, son." She said, "How he gonna tell me to pay my mama, and I don't even know my mama. She died when I was 10 years old. So I wasn't even born when she brought $6 worth of stuff from William 5 and 10. My mama said, I didn't even know William 5 and 10 were low. I said, I ain't neither. So now I'm sad, me and the lady wife sad, because we used to having fresh, cold things, freezer sitting out there. And it's still cold now, but you can't open it that much because it ain't working no more. So we don't want to lose our food. So I said, you know what? Let's go to Home Depot, right? And she said, Home Depot? I said, yeah, let's go there. So we go to Home Depot, fill out the credit application, right? And within 5 minutes or 10 minutes, the man say, God damn, man, how your credit get that high? I said, I don't know, sir. I brought a house and cars when I was 21, and I ain't missed a payment yet, right? You say, man. And I say, and plus my daddy, when we were 13, me and my brother, he started getting us a personal loan from the bank because we were 1 yard. He'll get us a personal loan for $1,000, and he keep making up pay him back. And when we pay it off, he get another $1,000 because he say that building up my credit. I say, so I think that probably did it, because even after I got like older, I would always go to the bank and get a personal loan, and I pay them back with their own money, with the $1,000 I borrowed. I pay them back on time. So he said, man, that's smart there. I ain't thought about that. I'm gonna do that with my kid. And I said, y'all keep saying how my credit was. I say, Lowe's said that too. I say, but read this. They turned me down. And the man read it. He say, man, that's against the law. They can't turn you down because your grandmama dead in the 1800s. And he called a bunch of people over, and they all were laughing. Ha, 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 ha. Say, look at him. Lowe's turned that man down because what his grandmama did in the 1800s. Then the store manager say, son, go get a lawyer. Go get a lawyer, son. Because that's against the law. You can't be denied credit based on somebody else's credit rating. So we got the refrigerator. They told me I can get what I want. They say you can get 3 or 4 of them if you want them, son. You got excellent credit. They say you don't need nothing else. You don't need no washing, drying, and all that with the refrigerator. I said, no, sir, I like to keep things within reach, So we got the refrigerator because I iced them loaded on my truck. I ain't had time for delivery. So they loaded on the truck. Me and my buddy brought it in my house, blah, blah, blah. And I always wonder, why some people judge you and don't even know you? Or credit rating supposed to be something that gives them all the information they need without skin color. If my credit rating 800 or whatever it was, 850 or 900, I don't know what it was, but they say what the high they done saw. And I also, when I go buy a car at the Ford place, they say I got the highest credit rating they ever saw. Matter of fact, the president of that dealership and the loan officer from the bank president, they come shake my hand at me how my credit get that high and tell me I can get anything on the car lot. But that ain't the first time I done been turned down with credit of 850 or 800. They just strictly judge you. And one man got mad when I tried to get credit for, I think, a computer. He said, black people don't like to pay. So this is the end of this segment, and I'm going to keep these segments kind of low, because they're hard to download when they get over 15 minutes. But I'm going to keep these things like 10 to 11 minutes because they downloaded in under 30 minutes. So think about the story you just heard. Racism or not, you be the judge. Thank you, and God bless.